What's up guys, it's Charles here with Rocket Punch. I'm going to do a review of the SG-12 Aoshima Shin Seki Gokin Black Getter. Here's the front of the box. It's got some excellent artwork right from the anime there. If we turn it to the side, you see a nice picture of the Black Getter here. On the back, also some photographs of the actual figure itself. And also the various little gimmicks. We got the hatch opening here on the belt. We move down, we can see the Getter beam opening right in the belly there. And if we move further down, we can see that this consists of 80% diecast. You can see all the metal bits right here in this picture. And of course the little clear pieces there. We also get the vinyl cape, and we get a little Ryoma figurine. Inside we get a little sleeve here with the instructions in color. And then of course the actual box itself, which is pretty big in styrofoam. We're going to go ahead and take that apart. It's just pretty much a little flap here. You can see the inside, which consists of all the accessories, and obviously the Black Getter right up here. Nicely protected with these little bits of styrofoam there. Alright, so let's go ahead and take them out. We're going to remove these little bits here, and then carefully take them out. Alright, and we'll also check out all the other bits that come in the set. We do have the axes here. You get two of them. They are like a softish plastic. Except for these parts, even though they're part of the same thing, it's actually a separate piece of harder plastic, and they are sharp, which you know, goes with all the other Aoshima stuff I've gotten in the past, which is way super sharp. Definitely not for kids. And we got these spiked hands here. We have the regular fisted spiked hands. We have the open hands here with spikes. We also have these here, which don't have spikes, but you see there's holes in there. And that's so you can actually pop these really sharp spikes off of this little tree here and put them in there. I'm not going to do that. I'd rather just leave them on because they're way too sharp anyway. I'm just going to keep these little smaller ones, but just so you know, you can put these longer ones in, which is just absolutely crazy. All right, we also get Ryoma here. It's a little PVC figurine. Nothing too crazy, but it is nicely detailed. You got the scarf up in the air as it's blowing in the wind. Not too bad actually. Does it stand? It doesn't really stand, but I'm not going to be displaying this anyway. Next we got the cape here that comes nicely wrapped in tissue with a plastic sleeve over it. Don't think this is PVC. It's very soft, and it's actually getting sticky in some parts right down here. As a matter of fact, if I touch it, it leaves fingerprints. I don't know if it's just deteriorating. I don't know what I could do with this just to keep it from turn into a gloopy mess, but it does look like it's just melting in the package. But it is rather soft, somewhat shiny. The one that is really getting the brunt of this whole deterioration thing is this. It's gooey. I'm actually kind of afraid to put it on Black Getter and leave it there. I don't know if it's going to eat into the paint. Hopefully it doesn't. So what I'm going to do now is attach all those little rubber bits. We're going to take the head off here. We're also going to turn them around, pop this piece off the back, and the cape set has holes which you're going to align to this here. Just pop it right in. When you got that in there, just pop it right into the back, and then this is just going to fit right over the top. It should just sort of fall in there, and then place the head. Again, I don't know if I'm going to leave this on. I really feel like the solvents in the rubber might eat the paint. We're just going to leave it on there for the review at least, and then we're going to check out some of the gimmicks. As I showed you earlier in the pictures, you do have the belt that opens up here. Nothing going on really back there. You also have the hatch that opens up, and you can actually see a little cockpit in there. Or just get up close so you can take a look right inside. And right here for the Getter beam, there's a button right on the back. You can see it right there. You just push that in to open up the Getter beam. Unfortunately, there's no effects or anything to pop on there, but at least it does open with a little button. And I like the subtleties in the cape itself. You kind of see how this gets a little shaded here. It's not actual real shadows aside from the parts that get darker, but you'll see there's actually some airbrushing going on to give it a little bit more depth and realism. Alright, so let's get up a little bit closer here to check out a little more details on this figure. You see the head there. You get the nice gold color here. You get the clear green right here so you can see some of the details in the chest. We move down, we get a nice little gold belt. The finish is more like a satiny kind of finish. It's not super glossy. As you can see, it looks nice, diffuses the light really well, which gives it a nice classy look. It does have a couple of weird things going on, like these little spots right here in the knee. That's really the only spot I found that had bad paint. Other than that, it's just little pieces of styrofoam that are stuck on there. Yeah, so overall very nice. I'm going to go ahead and check out the articulation. The head is a little restricted due to the little scarf here. Without the scarf, articulation is a little bit better, but this is how he's supposed to look, so we'll leave it on there for now. We do have the shoulders that go out, forward on a soft ratchet. We do have elbows, but you can't use them just like that. You got to actually pull the arm out to expose the elbow. Alright, just like that. Amazingly, there's no waist on this. I figured there would be. I don't know if they gave it up to use this gimmick, but I think they still could have worked it in there. We do have hips that go forward and back just a tad. And I know there's like a pull-out feature on the leg. I don't know. I heard it's not that much. You can see it's not a lot. I don't know if I just can't get it out. But they're tight on both. I don't really want to overflex it and break something. But yeah, it's a little bit limited as far as I'm concerned. We do have the swivel here on the knee, also knee joints here, or ratchets, you can hear them. And we move down to the ankles. We have the feet on a ball joint. Now for the most part, most everything on his figure is tight. The arm, when I did take it out, it would just fall right back down, but that's nothing a little screwdriver can't take care of. Just tighten the screw on the back till you get the right kind of friction that you need. The legs down here do clank down, just like that, which is probably also able to be tightened with these screws back here, but I decided not to do that with mine. And the ankles are also kind of nice and tight too. And as I mentioned before, these spikes here are made out of metal, so you want to be very, very careful with these. That Shin Getter 2 they made was very spiky and dangerous, but these are really thin. You can probably really, honestly, stab somebody or cut through something with these. So you want to be very careful. Now we're going to go ahead and check out the weapons. We're going to extend the arms here because we want to use the elbows. And we want to change out the fists that are on here right now. And they come off very easily, a little too easily I think. And we're going to pop in the axe holding hands. Push them in right there. Now these actually go in nice and tight. It might be because the other ones have been on a figure for a few years, you know, in a box. That might be why. And we're going to pop this axe in here. And we're going to pop off that fist there and pop on the other one, which hopefully will be tight. And it is. So I guess the reason the other ones are loose is they've just been sitting on the figure for a few years, since this release is from 2006, in case you were wondering. So it has been a few years. Alright, so there he is with the axes in his hand. Now let's do some scaling with some other Black Getters. Here we have the Sentinel Black Getter, which is probably my favorite out of all the Black Getters ever. We also have the Super Robot Chogokin Black Getter, and we also have another Aoshima Black Getter, which I'll just move this guy over here just so you can see. Now, I know I mentioned it in the beginning of the video that this is 80% die-cast metal, but just in case you guys missed that, all of it is metal except the fists, the belt here, the little doors, and then this little black chest area in the head, and of course the cape. Other than that, everything is metal. And that's going to bring us to the end of the review, guys. This guy is long discontinued, but if you search hard enough, you might find him. Otherwise, there's a lot of cool Black Getter stuff using the link in the description below to BBTS. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave them down below. If you're liking the videos, guys, share with your friends, like, subscribe, all that stuff. Until next time, bye-bye.